This is Peterbot. He's arguably one of the best players to ever touch the game. I mean, I know he may look like a shrimp, but honestly, he's really talented at the game. So for this video, I'm going to be telling you how you can become like Peterbot as well. The first things first, before we understand how we can become like Peterbot, we gotta understand what his past was like. And now, I know there's going to be a lot of videos out there on YouTube, so I'm just going to speedrun it. He started off as a console player, and then he just realized that he was really good, so he switched to PC, and then all of a sudden, he's a pro right now. Now obviously, he's really successful, and this is something that we want to replicate ourselves as well. So for that, I've divided this video into 3 parts, 3 tips that can actually help you become like Peterbot. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock, you might know that Peterbot has one of the best aims in the game, and you want to replicate that. In fact, Peterbot was like accused of cheating for really long. So for his aiming, what I found out was that he basically uses Valorant to aim train. Now I know that sounds really stupid, like basically using a whole different video game to aim train. Now there's actually a reason for that. Basically, Valorant is a first player shooter, and because of that, since he's probably good at Valorant as well, like he's Immortal 2, that's a really good rank, then that means that his mouse control is really good, and basically for aiming, all we really need is a good mouse control. So I ask you to replicate really good mouse control, but I do not really recommend you to play Valorant, since that means that there's a high chance that you might even get distracted. So instead, I actually recommend you to use something like Aimlabs or Kovacs. But obviously, these two are really boring. So to make them a bit interesting, you can put on some music or something like that. But hold up, the problem is not all of us have genetics like Peterbot. Just getting good mouse control does not really make you that good. So for that, what you want to be doing is you can go to Raider 464's practice map, and you can just do some scenarios over that you find really tough. This way you're going to be habituated with aiming really well. In fact, I grinded in Raider's map for 1 month, and the changes were phenomenal. I started hitting so many more shots, and I was so much more confident in my aim. Now even if you already are confident in your aiming, one thing that I really recommend you to do is glider tracking, since glider tracking is really useful. It can improve your overall AR aim, and it can also make you better at getting those free surge tags. Now that we know how to get aim like Peterbot, what you want to be doing next is improving your builds. Now Peterbot is one of the most mechanical players. He's really fast and he makes really smart beats, and that is something that you want to be replicating as well. Now if you don't really know where to start, the first thing that I recommend you to do is 1v1 a lot of people. This way you're going to get a really good fighting practice, and because of that, your mechanics will be forced to improve. But one thing that you must notice is 1v1ing worse players than you is not really going to help you that much. Yeah, it may help you feel better about yourself, but if you really want to improve, you want to 1v1 someone who's either really good or someone that is a lot better than you. That way, basically playing against someone who's as good as you, or someone who's really good, or someone that is actually a lot better than you, will basically force your mechanics to get better, since obviously you're going to be really tired of losing, and then yeah, the magic just happens. Next, what you can do is basically go to Raider's map again, and this time you want to practice all of those beast control scenarios. That way your building is a lot more controlled. The thing is, none of the pros really use anything such as high tree takes. Those are only fancy stuff, and all we really need in building is basically some beast control and some idea about tunnel. For tunneling, what you can do is basically you'll need really good crosshair placement. So for that, check out this map on the screen right now. Go to that map and do all of the drills each and every day. Because of that, your tunneling skill should improve. If it does not really improve, do not get disheartened. For that, you can just go to a free building map and just tunnel a lot. Now that you know how to build like Peterbot, we're gonna go to the final step. And that basically is his mentality. Peterbot's mentality is unbreakable. Basically, Peterbot always thinks like a winner. And the problem is, most of us Fortnite players, we think like losers. Recently, Peterbot came 2nd in Grands. Now that is a really good placement honestly, but the thing is, it's not really good enough for Peterbot. So instead of really being stuck up about it and then just complaining about the systems right now, what he actually did was he said that he's gonna grind again. That's the kind of mentality that a winner has. However, making excuses is what will actually hold you back and what will actually make you a loser. So basically what you want to be doing now is basically have a learning mentality. A learning mentality basically means you're not really scared of learning. You're not scared of learning, unlearning, and relearning. That way you're going to be so much better in so less time. Now, another thing about Peterbot's mentality is unbreakable confidence. He's really confident no matter what lobby he's in. In fact, in Globals, he was acting as if he's the king of the lobby. There were so many players that were equally as good as him, and there were so many players that were smarter than him in the Globals lobby. But since he was so confident, he was able to literally flatten all of the competition. So that is something that you want to replicate as well. Now that you know about the 3 steps that can make you like Peterbot, the thing is these are just not enough alone. What you want to be doing is you want to grind each and every day. Even if you're on your off days or something like that, what you want to be doing is you basically still want to grind. Peterbot did not really become a pro in 2 days. It took a lot of grinding and a lot of failure. And if you're able to deal with this failure, you're going to become as good as him, if not better. At the end of the day, being demotivated is completely natural. But the thing is, if you let the demotivation get to you, then that is what will hold you back from improving. This not just applies to Fortnite, but to everything in your life. So the gist of it is basically that you want to be grinding each and every day. You might be demotivated some days and motivated some days, but that should not really make a difference to how you play or how you grind. So yeah, that is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, then do like and subscribe, check out my other videos, join the Discord server down below, and follow my Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next one.